All right, I've been saying this for a while. I've got to make it clear. Donald Trump is looking for every way out of this debate he could possibly find. His spokesperson went on CNN with the sole purpose to start a fight with Jake Tapper on air, which would obviously result in some form of censorship from CNN, which is scripted to play the part in the Trump TV show that he produces every day of his life. And we are the live studio audience. That is how he's looking at it. The bottom line is this was a plant, this was a setup. The purpose of her going on CNN was so she could get disciplined, so people like Steve Bannon and people in the Trump camp could say, see, here's the proof that CNN is not going to be fair to us. It's a setup. Everything is rigged, just like the election. Poor me. The bottom line is Steve Bannon said today that he should not do that debate unless CNN apologizes for kicking Trump's mouthpiece off the air and ending the interview. When if you watch the interview, it's obvious she went there to deliberately do nothing but blatantly attack with falsehoods Jake Tapper and the CNN organization, which no one in their right mind would assume anything but a disciplinary, action swiftly by CNN. So this was staged. This was a setup, as is everything else in the Trump world, Trump shit show, the Trump tour day bullshit that's going on worldwide here. We've got to recognize that he will find an excuse to back out of this debate, because if he takes the stage against Joe Biden, every single thing that he tried to blame pre-debate will be the only thing he talks about. He won't address his stances on issues because he doesn't have any. And the things that he says he's going to do are either already in place or they don't frickin' exist and they never will exist. Or he could have done in the first presidency and never bothered when he had the Congress and the Senate and the White House. And the only thing significantly they did that actually affected Americans were the tax breaks for the billionaires. And until 2021, he gave the little tiny bit of a tax break to the rest of us. That's all he did. So this Trump show that's going on in front of us and all of these special, events that he goes and gets us cheesesteak in Philadelphia, and just so happens the owner of the cheesesteak shop has some legal trouble with the other guy from the cheesesteak shop. This is Philadelphia. It's taxes. There's probably trouble. The bottom line is, it was staged. Going in there, and he went, and it was funny because he, of course, hey, cheesesteak's on me. And these guys, because it's Philly, they're like, here's your bill, sir. And they wouldn't let him leave until he paid it. Unlike the other two times he said, hey, drinks on the house, food on the house. He walked out without paying it. This guy, yeah, that's because it's Philly. They didn't welcome him with open arms. They took his money, and they said, later. They don't like him. They're not behind him. Neither is New York City. And it's not because it's a Democratic place, because they know he's an ass. They know what he's about. They've been victims of his bullshit for too long. He is playing a part. He waltzes into a black church that he rented from a guy who's on the take and has legal problems of his own, imports 8 black people to show his support in the black community, one of which was actually from Detroit, in a congregation full of white people. White people that weren't even from Detroit. They were bussed in. They were actors. They were paid. Like half of his crowds to every freaking rally he has. Like every advertisement that's put out on Craigslist get paid to be at Trump rallies. If you're on camera, you get a $50 bonus. If you get interviewed supporting Trump, you get a $100 bonus. That is what they're doing. That are these people. That is the showman. That is so he can have season 2 of his most profitable infomercial, of the most profitable business he ever had. The business of selling the presidency, selling the White House. That was his only profitable business. Look up the rest of them. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a carny. This is a snake oil salesman. This is a showman. He has sold everything from Bibles to gold sneakers. When he was coming on the scene, they needed to have the most forceful voice in American politics. The religious right, the evangelicals, the Christians, everybody that has a cross, he is the chosen one. He said so himself. If you don't believe me, have my Trump brand sticky page Bible. The leaders of the church sold their soul to get rid of Roe versus Wade. And they promised to back this shit show clown Cheeto von Schitzenpants under any circumstances. That meeting is on video. It's recorded. Those church leaders saying that they vowed to back him no matter what comes out is recorded, and they have done that. All to get rid of women's rights. So every one of these little stage shows that he places is for a reason. For the facade. For people to believe he has all this support. There's not one CEO of a Fortune 500 company or a Fortune 500 company that backs this man. And they didn't in 2016 either. And New York big business people, they don't back him either because they know who he is. They know what he does. They see behind the shit show. We need the rest of America to do that too. He's not going to debate. He's going to find an excuse to back out. And then he's going to turn it into another fundraiser. Even CNN is after me. Send me more money. He's going to turn on... His son just did another fundraiser today. I mean, come on, people. How much more do you need? Republicans, how much more do you need? Seriously. What will it take? Stay diligent, stay educated, be kind. We are all in this together. So when we make our choices, we make our choices for everyone else around us as well. So it better be good and it better be educated. So research before you make that choice. God bless.